is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Switch. Stop. Shoot. Half. You got tight right there.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down now, Swift. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Check, crunch. Hey, tight. Check 31.
Throwing is Allen on third. Aguilar has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Check safety. Check the backer. Check three. He's coming. Double up. 5 wide. Double up.
On first down, Swift. And he's got room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
All day. 56. Check nickel.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He's checking. Cracks.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They got it.
Now a give, right side. Swift, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And an alley to run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hey, watch that.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. The 20. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A big play here for the Bills. 49 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Pass 85, pass 85.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 17.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They come out here in the eye.
That QB's traps. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Allen now on the sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen taking it in as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Jackson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups. Tucker's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. Hey. Alert.
Allen going to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Swift. He's got a first down of inside the midfield. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Sack City, baby.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
49 the mic. 49 the mic.
On third down, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd down and goal. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Jackson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd and a yard, Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson now, throwing again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ellis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. That is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
50, check my 50. Hey, tighten down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jackson on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
On second down, Swift, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Check. Watch the safety creep.
On play action, Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Ravens.
Let's go now. Stop with the play. 50. Oh, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A throw over the middle taken in. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going deep for Brown. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Check. Fresno. Check 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Throwing now is Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Jackson. Flush. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
On first down, Swift. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand.
And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help him along.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch, switch.
first down. Here's the run with Anderson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Shoot. You go tight. Pass. You got tight right there.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
First throw of overtime for Allen. Aguilar has it. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it. They don't want 3 here. They want 6. Well, with these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. It's caught. Jones. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he'll give it here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a handoff here to his running back.
You ain't going nowhere.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again to Anderson here out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Swift. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Now we just have to deal with a snow-filled parking lot as we say so long from Buffalo.
I'm just looking forward to getting warm.